One time, I was driving past the market when I saw this elderly woman trying to pack her bags and rush home. It was just about raining and I could tell she had just finished closing from the shop. Just as I was about to drive past her, the rain started heavily. I pulled over, opened the car door and asked her to enter so I can drop her off. She quickly entered. I gave her a towel to wipe her face and the water from her hands. She kept thanking me. My brother, thank you all. Thank you so much. We talked about the rain and the way it rains at any time these days. Suddenly, I realized as she spoke, her voice sounded like that of a male voice. I couldn't understand what was going on. At first, her voice was like an old woman, but it began to sound as a man. I turned to look at her, and I could see the face of a man. The attraction I had for her at first as an old woman, which made me to pull over and help her, began to fade. I started wondering why. I even stopped in the first place to give her a lift or even carry her. And that feeling was followed by a strong smell. This was not a physical smell, but a spiritual smell. A smell that drives people away from you. From my experiences in dealing with such situations, I was able to identify the smell immediately. I knew what was happening to her. I was angry in my spirit. The human part of me was being affected. An evil spirit was haunting Mama. There was something inside of her that was manifesting, in order to keep the conversation going so. I could hear the voice that was speaking through her. I asked her, "Mama, how about your children?" She looked at me. "I no get. Why? I never marry. I no marry man." "Hubba, so you day alone?" "Yes, I day alone. I day sell for market." "But you go school?" She laughed. "I go school." "Secondary school?" She laughed. "I be graduate." "Graduate?" I screamed. "Yes, I be graduate, but no body to help me." "When you read for school?" "Engineering, but I don't forget everything them teach me for school." She laughed again. "I know they do the thing I learn, so I forget, but I go school." "Ah, but how come you're reading nearing and you don't speak good English?" Mama immediately switched. "It's been 40 years since I finished school. The last time I spoke in English was 30 years ago. I've been in the market selling, so I speak like them. I have learned to speak pidgin now, and I love it." I kept looking at Mama. In my heart, I kept telling myself she is not supposed to be in the market. The moment the thought crossed my mind, I perceived the evil smell again. This time, the smell was strong. It was so evil, and I felt hate for her immediately. I turned to Mama and told her, "You have an evil spirit in you that causes people to hate you just like that." The moment I said that, things became strange right inside my car, and I somehow turned and found 3 tiny dwarfs sitting behind my car. Each carried the tail of a cow. Their eyes were red. When I looked closely into them, I saw what seemed to look like blood gathered around the eyes. I was curious. I wanted to ask them why they were gathered around her and following her. They didn't say a word. They just stood there in silence looking at me and Mama. Mama noticed the direction I was looking at and asked me, "Is anything the matter?" I nodded. "Yes, Ma. The 3 dwarfs are here. The same dwarfs that follow you anywhere you go. If you have ever gone to an office in search of a job and you faced disappointment, the dwarfs appeared. If you have ever been proposed to by a man you love and he disappointed you, the dwarfs appeared. They are here now and I would have worked away if I didn't. Know what I was up against." As I spoke, one of the dwarfs waved the cowtail it was holding. An unpleasant smell that smelt like rotten meat filled the air. I covered my nose. Mama was scared. I was seeing things she wasn't seeing. What is the problem? They are responsible for the smell that oozes from you. Like I told you, that smell only comes out when someone wants to assist you. The 3rd dwarf does that. As long as they keep doing this, you will not have favor. Mama sat on the bed. "My son, what favor do I need again? I've given up on life already. For now, I just want to keep selling in the market until God says my time is up." I turned to the dwarfs and asked, "What do you want from her? Who are you people? Why are you chasing her?" One of the dwarfs looked at me. "We are older than she is. We are the ancestors from her father's altar. Her father died after promising us and giving us his daughter to look after. We have been faithfully doing our jobs." I turned to Mama and asked, "Was your father a traditionalist?" She nodded. "Yes, he was. His gods from his altar are the ones after you." Mama began to cry. Mama told me that her father never wanted her to be like him, so he sent her to school using the money he made as a spiritualist. Every time she was to go to school, he would pray for her and ask the ancestors to go with her. But he died while she was in school. I turned to the dwarf as Mama continued to cry. On his dying bed, he asked us to look after his daughter and we made a promise to do exactly as he said. "And why have you chosen to frustrate her life and make her die? Wretched despite her education, The dwarfs looked at themselves and laughed. Then they asked in unison, why is it being said that a woman would be bigger than her father? She was to take over from where her father stopped, but she abandoned us and buried us with her father. We are only following our master. The third demon raised his hands and the cow tail. He was holding dripped what seemed like cooked. Quaker oat but black and thick. I don't know what that was and I didn't care. Are you all not tired of frustrating her? What else do you want from her? What if she had died from depression and had poisoned herself? Do you think her father who worshipped? He would be happy to see you do this to his only daughter, whom he left in your care. We have not done anything to her. We are the gods of her father, and we follow and obey instructions. On his dying bed, her father instructed us to guide and protect his daughter in his absence. He asked us to ensure no evil came close to her. We have kept to the promise. We have protected her all her life. No one has harmed her and gone free. We took care of every obstacle she ever faced. Ask her. Then why have you not allowed her to progress? Because he didn't ask us to allow her progress. He didn't ask for blessings. He asked for protection. While we are protecting her, we are also punishing her for burying us instead of worshiping us. We are teaching her a lesson. I turned to Mama and told Mama all they had told me. They said you refused to worship them and you buried them. Mama said yes. She told me how she never wanted to inherit the charms and sculptures her father worshipped, and how she had no choice but to bury them along with her father. I know about fighting spiritual creatures like this, but it was my first time combating 3 spiritual gods in the form of dwarfs. I told Mama I was going to help her, but first I needed to stop the dwarfs. I needed to first travel to the village with her and handle the idol she had burbed, which was the only way out. It was a call, so I had to answer it for her. It took me days to prepare spiritually for the journey. I knew it was not going to be an easy one, so I got a very rare spiritual weed that is grown only in the Southwest. That weed is prepared specially and has the capacity to chain an idol or any evil spirit and stop it from attacking whoever. Once you know where the idol is burbed or kept and you use it, you have won over them. Mama and I traveled by air to her state. It was the first time she had entered a plane, and the truth is, when I want to help, I give it my all, so I didn't care, but while on the plane I faced several attacks. I was spiritually strangled. I was tied and bonded in my sleep as I dozed off, but I broke free. When I got to Mama's village and was shown the grave at noon, we left it and returned at 1:15 a.m., which is very significant spiritually. Just when we got there, I saw the 3 dwarfs standing there. What do you want here? They asked. To stop you. They made a circle and bonded their hands together. I felt a strong charge around me. I quickly began to apply the weed on the grave in circles, while speaking words on the grave. While I was doing that, the 3 demons fell down and burnt to ashes. Mama saw it and broke down in tears. She knew she had won the battle and was free. Mama told me she felt light instantly as the ashes appeared on her father's grave. So I packed the ashes and gave Mama to spread it in different places. The market, river, and on the road. It was necessary to be carried out by her alone since it was her case. So someone won't awaken them eventually in the future with a different kind of stuff. We finished and washed our hands and legs with salt and plant and leaf water. That's rejecting negativity instantly. The next day, Mama refused to follow me back. She told me she was going to remain in her father's house and start life till death calls her. She said the reason she ran away from home was because of the idols.